Hello everyone, my name is Victor Gargachea. I'm talking about the time and motion, and I'm in group 12. I'm going to talk about the time and motion of the painting Hunting Near Hardenfels Castle, which was made in 1540 by Lucas Cranach. Even though it's just one scene of a picture, it really does something unique with time and motion. Cranach shows different emotions from all across the painting. He makes it feel like we're just watching a whole story take place in one photo. In the background, you can see the hunters just getting started, the animals racing through the forest, and some even jumping into or across the river. You can also feel the motion because the animals and people are shown in all kinds of poses and positions. Some horses are charging ahead, some animals are in the water, and deer are jumping around or swimming away. All these different actions make the painting feel full of life, almost like everything can start moving for real. The splashing water in the river also adds a fast, lively feeling as well. Overall, the painting shows time by telling a whole story in a single image. It shows motion through all the energetic poses and busy activity happening between the soldiers and the animals across the whole scene. This is unique to my life because it makes me appreciate nature more, and it shows how people back then, how much they would rely on land and animals and just even everything outdoors in order to survive. Seeing this reminds me of how much nature is important and how much we depend on it today.
Hi, my name is Daniela Garchitorena. I'm in Group 12. I'm a freshman majoring in biology, and I'll be describing the visual aspects of texture and volume of our chosen artwork. The artwork that we chose was the Hunting Near Hardenfels Castle by Lucas Cranach. This painting was painted in 1540s, and its medium oil originated on wood and later on was transferred to masonite. The style and the period of this artwork is the late Northern Renaissance in Germany, as you can tell, and this artwork is located in the Cleveland Museum of Art. Now, talking about texture, the painting shows hunters, as you can tell, on horse chasing deers with hunting dogs, the castle in the background. Cranach uses texture to make the scene feel realistic, and you can see the roughness on the tree bark, the softness in animals' fur, and the folds in the hunter's clothing. He not only uses texture, but he also uses volume. And by using volume, he's giving the figures a third-dimensional look. The horses and the dogs appear solid, full, and muscular, and the hunters look rounded and realistic. The castle also has a form and weight, and shading the placement in space give the scene a depth and perspective look. And I connect with this painting through my Christian faith. Like the hunters have this discipline, focus, and intentional actions that remind me of my spiritual discipline and the discipline that I strive for, like reading the word every day, praying, and following God's guidance. Just as a hunter stay patient and alert, I remain to stay constant and purposeful in my walk with God. This artwork encourages me to approach my faith with dedication, focus, and perseverance. Now, overall, the hunting near Hardenfels Castle uses a rich texture and strong volume to bring the hunting scene to life. Its deception of focus and discipline connects to my Christian faith, reminding me that spiritual growth requires an effort and commitment. To my Christian faith, reminding me that spiritual growth requires patience, peace, and effort and dedication. Thank you.
My name is Emily Gillen and I'm in Group 12. Our group chose to identify Hunting Near Hardenfels Castle, which is a piece by Lucas Cranach, and I will be focusing on the line elements throughout the artwork. It uses strong, sweeping lines to guide the viewer's eyes across the busy hunting scene and towards the towering structure of Hardenfels Castle in the background. The curving lines of the animals' bodies and the diagonals formed by the spears, trees, and movement create a sense of energy, chaos, and direction in the piece. Additionally, the crisp verticals of the castle add stability and contrast to the artwork. These line elements display the tension between human order and the wildness of nature. In terms of relating this back to my personal life, the visible contrast can mirror moments when I've had to balance structure and pressure in my own life, such as juggling schoolwork, deadlines, or responsibilities, while still navigating the unexpected challenges that life brings. Just as the lines in the artwork organize the complexity of the scene, you may find that creating your own sort of structure through planning routines or priorities helps bring clarity to hectic situations.
Claire Holland, and I am in Group 12, and I chose to do light and value. My group did Lucas Cranach's The Elders Hunting Near Hardenfels Castle. The light in the painting is bright and evenly spread, allowing every detail of the chaotic hunt to be clearly seen, the dogs leaping, the hunters shouting, and the animals scattering. The values shift gently from darker tones to the busy foreground and lighter, hazier tones in the distance, like in the back, which makes the scene feel layered and alive. The smooth transition in the value also emphasizes just how much activity is happening all at once. I personally connect with this piece through life experience because it portrays a somewhat chaotic scene, which feels a lot like common family gatherings, and especially since the holiday season is approaching, and with Thanksgiving a few days away, the frantic movement in the scene reminds me of the similar and explosive energy of those holiday get-togethers, which usually end in some kind of loud altercation. So the artwork's bright light and shifting values don't just show the hunt, they capture the emotional landscape of a very relatable kind of family chaos.
Hello, I'm Jessica Hatch and I'm a junior. Our group examined the artwork Hunting Near Hartensfield's Castle from 1540. In this picture, it is a vivid scene that uses the element of space to bring its story to life. The artist creates a sweeping landscape that pulls the viewer's eyes from the details hunter in the foreground to the distant castle rising in the background. This careful use of space doesn't just show depth, it also highlights the relationship between people, nature, and the power in the 16th century. Each member of our group connected to the spatial design to our own academic paths and goals. I study history. The layered space helps illustrate how artwork preserves culture, context, and social hierarchy. I live in Windsor, England, near the castle, and have been interested about the architectural design of it. The castle's placement in the background demonstrates the perspective and spatial organization. My future goals are unknown, but the openness of the landscape reflects my personal values like exploration, growth, and long-term vision. Ultimately, the artwork's use of space doesn't just create visual depths, it creates more personal reflection to see our own disciplines, experiences, and futures with it.